I am super excited to share with you some information about the therapeutic uses of saponin-rich herbs. This is a topic that we learn about it in medical school, and we hear about saponins and herbalism, but how do you use them in practice? Why are they really useful? What are they really doing? What conditions are they good for? Which herbs are kind of shining examples of saponin-rich herbs? You're going to get all of that today, and I'm super excited to share it with you. So here is a triterpenoid saponin. So there's two major types of saponins. There's the steroidal and the triterpenoid. So the triterpenoid is what's called a pentacyclic 30 carbon skeleton, basic structure with either 3 or 5 sugars attached, 3,2,5. These tend to be more of your adaptogens and your anti-inflammatories. So some primetime examples of that would be like Aesculus or horse chestnut. That is super anti-inflammatory for the vascular system. And then Glycyrrhiza or glycyrrhizic acid from licorice, which has incredible adaptogenic effects as well as anti-inflammatory effects. Many of these herbs have been shown to have anti-cancer effects. And there's a variety of reasons why they can do that. They can inhibit DNA synthesis. They can inhibit basically neovascularization. So you're not having new blood vessels form around the tumors to feed the tumor more blood. It inhibits metastasis. That is obviously the movement of cells from one area to another area of your body and spreading the cancer. Can induce apoptosis, so programmed cell death in cancer cells. Can stimulate the immune system to be more attentive to cancer cells and actually go after them. And we have some, pretty well-known herbs that you all have heard of, like astragalus. We've been talking a lot about phytolacca already. There's some ones you probably have never heard of, like Paris saponin, which is an herb called Paris polyphylla. And then anemone typiensis, which is similar to pulsatilla, the herb pulsatilla. Psychosaponins and ginsenosides, which is named for ginseng family, which we'll get into that. Ginseng has its own several slides on what it does. Detoxification. So this is one of the other main categories that I personally use saponins for. So since saponins have this lipophilic end and this hydrophilic end, they essentially, to me, can be a bridge between the water world and the oil world. So many of our persistent environmental toxins are fat soluble. They get dissolved in our fatty tissue, and our bodies historically were designed to hold on to fatty things. Fats themselves were such valuable commodities. That's why people that have the thrifty gene or hunter-gatherer body types, they can balloon up very easily. And in times of famine, they can live off their fat stores. So your body is adept, most people's bodies are adept at taking fats and holding them, saving them for a rainy day. So some other saponin-rich plants that are of note, the top one, beautiful plant, that is Saponaria. So you know that it's got saponins. And I've actually, in 1999, I actually lived in Russia for 4 months, and I did botany and research in Russia, which was a trip. But one of the herbs that was there was this one, and they showed me at that time that you could take it and literally crush it up in a little bit of water and suds your hands. You can wash your hands with that plant or wash clothes. Some other things, soap lily, that is that one right there. Really saponin-rich. Dianthus chinensis, we talked about that, and that's the one on the bottom. That is Dianthus. So that is the native carnation. Sorry, native, that's like the original carnation, but that's a Chinese herb. And then we talked about Quillaja saponaria, that is soap bark, Saponaria officinalis, soap wort, Symphytum officinale, comfrey. I mean, comfrey has a lot of different things in it, including saponins. And then yucca species, which we have some pretty good yucca species in the US. We have Yucca shadigera, which is Mojave yucca, and we have Yucca brevifolia, which is Joshua tree.